Okay, here we go. This week's parsha, we learn about something that seems to almost be today's current events. We learn about this world war, the 4 kings against the 5 kings, Lot taken hostage, Avraham coming to free the hostage, being victorious in the war, and it seems at the superficial level that exactly the way I just told the story. A war, different nations, someone coming in, miraculously saving the hostage, the war is over, everything is good, Avraham is victorious. But if you take a look at the Medrash, you see that there's something else going on behind the scenes, which is also extremely relevant to today's times. And that is as follows. At the end of last week's parsha, in Perek Yud Aleph, Pasuk Chav Ches, Rashi brings the Medrash that Avraham went ahead and destroyed the idols of his father. His father came back, the idols are broken, what's going on? Avraham says there's a God, these idols are dumb, they're meaningless, destroyed them all. Avraham was brought to Nimrod, the evil leader Nimrod, and Nimrod threw him into a Aish, he threw him into this fiery furnace. And Avraham walks out unscathed. Everything's good. Hashem is really in this world. Hashem is right. Avraham basically put it in Nimrod's face and made it known to everyone that Hashem is here, Hashem is real, and Hashem is the controller of this world. Says the Medrash, Nimrod was not so happy about this. And we don't ever hear the next part of the story, but the Medrash tells us that Nimrod was one of the 4 kings. Rashi says in this week's parsha, Perek Yud Beis, Pasuk Aleph, that Amraphel. Who was Amraphel? It was none other than Nimrod. Rashi says, Amraphel, who Nimrod? Sha'amar Avraham, that said to Avraham, pull the toch kivshan Aish, run into the fire. He threw him into the fire. Nimrod basically created this war. Nimrod said, I got to get rid of Avraham. I tried to get rid of him in the kivshan Aish, but Avraham, who represents this philosophy, this hashkafa of Hashem running this world, I got to get rid of this guy. So Nimrod, Amraphel, went ahead and got 3 of his buddies, 3 of other leaders, to join him in a war to specifically kill Avraham. The only reason that Nimrod went and took Lot as captive, he fought against Sodom. Why did he fight against Sodom? To get Lot. Why did he want to get Lot captive? To become captured? To capture Lot was so that he lure Avraham into the war. He didn't care about Lot. He cared about the ideology of Avraham. And he had to get rid of him. How does he get Avraham into a war? Oh, well, Lot is in Sodom. We'll get a war against Sodom. We'll go ahead, we'll take a hostage, we'll capture Lot, and then Avraham, his relative, is going to say, oh, I got to go save Lot, and he's going to go in. That was the goal of Nimrod, that was the goal of Amraphel, that was the point of the war. It was really a battle against Avraham and his hashkafa. It was really a battle against Avraham and Hashem, and Hashem's presence and recognition in this world. Comes along Avraham, and the pasuk says, "Vayirak es chanichav." He got together his people. Let's go. We got to go fight. Says the Medrash, "Vayirak." What's that word, Vayirak? It's like the word yarok, green, because Avraham became green in the face out of outrage, and the fact that there was going to be such a chilul Hashem, such a disgrace of Hashem's name. So Avraham went in to save Lot, not specifically only to save his nephew, the hostage, but it was because he had to battle against this anti-Hashem hashkafa, this tremendous chilul Hashem. And the Medrash says that Avraham turned to his people, to his chanichav, and he said, if you're not going to come in with me, I'm going by myself. I am going to go in and I am going to fight against the kings. I'm going to fight against this war, against my values, against HaKadosh Baruch Hu. In fact, the pasuk says that when they went to the war, the kings, pasuk Perek Yud Aleph, pasuk Zayin, says they went to Ein Mishpat, Hi Kadesh. They went to a place called Ein Mishpat, which is called Kadesh. So the Medrash asks, I don't get it. If it's called Kadesh, and why are you telling me it's called Ein Mishpat? It says the Medrash, because it's coming to hint to me the whole point of the war. The whole point of the war was to take away the Ein, the Ayin, the seer in the world. The whole point is to take away Avraham, who was allowing people to see the light, to see the truth, to see what real values are, to see the purpose of this world, to see why we're here, what we're meant to be doing, how we're supposed to be spending our days, how we're supposed to be spending our lives, how we're supposed to be having our relationships, how we're supposed to go ahead and raising our children, how we're supposed to be connecting to Hashem. That's all it was about. It was about the seer of the world. We got to get rid of him. Vayirakas chanichav. Avram says, that's what you're fighting against? You're fighting against MS. You're fighting against the truth. You're fighting against Hashem. You're creating a chilul Hashem in the world. If you guys aren't coming in with me, I'm going in myself. I am going to take care of bringing Kiddush Hashem into this world. I'm going to save Lot, but even more importantly, I'm going to save what we believe in. I'm going to save HaKadosh Baruch Hu's presence in this world. And immediately after the war, when Avraham wins, Hashem says to Avraham, Anochi Magen Lech, I'm going to go ahead and protect you from any future issues that might come up in your life. If you act with Kiddush Hashem, if you act with the goal of trying to bring HaKadosh Baruch Hu of MS into this world, I'll make sure you'll be protected. Just like now. You did a crazy thing. You went up against world leaders. You went against massive, scary armies. And I saved you. I protected you. I shielded you. Anochi Magen Lech. Why? Because your intention was to bring about Kiddush Hashem. And Yeshiva tell us that is why in our bracha, the first bracha Shemon Esrei, we end off Magen Avraham, right? Before that we said Melech, Ozer, Moshiach, Magen. We have 3 different descriptions of how Hashem protects us. But we only end off with Magen Avraham because over here, Anochi Magen Lech, Hashem says that I'll protect you. And the message is that Avraham brought this into the world. That if we act with Kiddush Hashem, if we go ahead, we go into our businesses, we go into our relationships, we go into our Torah learning, we teach, we spread the light with that hashkafa that we want to bring Kiddush Hashem into this world. That's the war that we're fighting. So that Anochi Magen Lech will be protected. May we be zocheh to internalize this message that we should only be fighting always. We should recognize why our enemies are really against us. It's not about our physical bodies as much as it's about getting rid of the Jews who represent Hashem, our values. It's a fight against us and what we believe in. And when we fight back, yes, physically, we have to fight back. We have to put a lot of ishtadlus in. But we also have to always remember that we're fighting a war of Kiddush Hashem. And if we recognize that and internalize that and act that way in all of our actions, in our businesses, our relationships, our school, anything that we're involved in, Anochi Magen Lech. Hashem promises He's going to protect us. He's going to allow us to be successful, survive, and thrive. Bez Hashem, we should all be zocheh to see the Geula Shlema. Have a good Shabbos.